This podcast contains strong language. Listener discretion is advised. Let's Write a Movie, the podcast.
Hi everyone and welcome to Let's Write a Movie, the podcast where we choose stuff, the setup, the conflict, the resolution, the genre, and we create an outline of a movie. To my right is Paul.
What up?
To where I am is me, Rowan. And let's start.
I've always wondered, is it Rowan or is it Rohan?
Well, I used to always call myself Rowan.
Okay.
But people would say Ron. So now I call myself Rowan. Rowan. I try and pronounce it better.
Rowan.
Rowan.
My wife used to call you Roland quite often.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I've had jobs where people have called me, someone called me Roland for about a year, but it got too far where I couldn't correct her. And then when I left, she came up to me and said, "Someone told me you're called Rowan. Why did you never tell me?" She had a really good
I told a guy in a club once that my name was Danny. Just because I wanted him to leave me alone. And
how would that work?
I ended up seeing him in that club all the time. And he would go, "Hey, Danny." And I'd go, "Hey, mate." Because I never learnt his name.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
Danny.
And as confirmed earlier, my name isn't Danny.
It's John.
It's Paul? Pete? Paul?
I don't know.
Paul.
Beverly? Anyway, set up. Scientists have cloned a large monster from some random DNA they found. It's random.
Random DNA. What's this? Oh, a bit of DNA. Let's make something out of it.
Conflict. Robots are taking over the world.
Maybe
Have we just done this?
Maybe the cloned monsters can destroy the robots.
It's like a Godzilla movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Resolution. Oh my god. Do we have to give this credit?
Nah.
The main characters share a kiss in the sunset and then starts to lick the other person's toes. Whoever that is, she's a pervert.
Yeah.
Genre.
Come on, history.
Western.
Oh, Western. That makes
Western.
no sense on the plot. Okay. Whatever.
Okay, so not Jeff. Michael St. Clementine.
Michael St. Clementine.
He's a bit of a lad, but he's also got a penchant for tomfoolery and fine crockery. That's what makes him the love of Sheila's life. She loves that about him.
She loves crockery, Sheila.
And he's a scientist,
right,
as well.
Oh, is he?
Sheila's a scientist, and they're out walking their dog, Mogadishu.
Mogadishu.
Along the River Thames.
In a Western?
It's West.
Oh, is it West London?
West London.
Oh, or Western
in an alternate
London.
reality where it's all very dry and hot.
Okay.
Saloon bars, cowboys. They got their Stetsons on.
Okay.
So
it's
dog.
like a...
The dog has a saddle on, and on the saddle is a hamster who's called Harry, a half-witted assassin hamster.
Okay.
And he strikes fear in all the local mice.
Well, he would do.
So they're walking the dog Mogadishu.
Yep.
Michael and Sheila. And Sheila's like, actually, Mogadishu, no, Harry, he gets his, because he's a scientist as well, the hamster.
Yeah, makes sense.
And he's like, got his toy gun out. He's just playing.
Yeah.
He's going like, "Where are the Indians? Where are the Indians? Ha ha ha. Where are the Indians?" And then he's like, "Oh, what's that?" And there's like a globule of sperm.
Oh, lovely.
On the floor.
Yep.
And Mogadishu,
he goes over and suddenly
Mogadishu smells
scientist's
it.
brain goes into it.
So Mogadishu smells it. Ugh. And then Harry's like, "Hang on, let me have it." Oh, spunk. And Michael and she are like, "Come away from there." And then Michael goes, "No, hang on, I've got an idea." And he's got a little test tube thing.
Yeah.
What do you call it? With a plastic top on, you do a wee in. There's a name for them.
Oh,
A little plastic container.
Yeah.
And he's like, hang on. And he gets a spoon out of his back pocket. And he spoons up this spunk.
Yeah. And the spoon was dirty.
It's got lots of soil on.
And like
No, it's dried yogurt. He'd use it to eat the yogurt.
And rather than wiping it off, it's in the pocket. Yeah.
And he puts it in the pot.
Yeah.
And Sheila's like, why have you done that? And he's like, well, you never know. We could have some fun back at our home lab with this. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, all right. So anyway, they carry on their walk. A guy passes on a horse. Howdy. And they're like, morning.
Morning.
And then they get home. And they're in the lab.
Yeah.
And so Sheila goes, right, come on then, let's crack open that pot and see what we got. So they get up the microphone, the microphone, the microscope, and they're looking at it, and Harry's just like,
Has Harry got a little lab coat on?
Yeah, but he's got his hat on, and he's like strutting around like this town's only big enough for the one of me, and they just ignore him. He's just like always like in imagination land, but it's not because it is a Western world. And everyone's just confused and daft. And Mogadishu's just having a sleep. So anyway, they're looking under and they're like, oh my God, there's a lot of fascinating DNA structures within this sperm. Yeah. Sheila, come here. Sheila's like, my God, yeah, look at that. Is that like that looks like the seed from a sunflower. Yeah, but look, even closer. And it's the face of a very small ant. Okay. And on that ant's face is a tattoo, and the tattoo says, live fast, die young. And then on the back of that, and then there's a little tiny leather jacket next to the tiny little ant's face, and it's West Finchley Riders Club. Oh, wow. So he was obviously a part of a motorcycle gang, this ant. So, oh, wow, this is all interesting, isn't it? Yeah. So... yeah, put it in the Jalamgifier. Okay, so they open up the Jalamgifier, and then they put 2 scoops in. 2 scoops.
2 scoops of cheers.
And then a little bit of salt. Straight in. And a cherry. Turn the top on.
Shake it.
Now put it in the reactor. Sheila, put it in the reactor, will you? Yeah, all right. Put it in the reactor. Turn it up to 22. 22. And it shakes it even more, and there's like sparks and all this. A little red light goes, woo, woo, woo. Bit of steam comes out the back. And a byproduct of this machine is it makes pasties. So 2 pasties come out. So Michael's like, lunch is up. Hurry. Pasties. Okay, so it's about... And they're just eating it. It'll take about 5 minutes to finish the... decramadding process. Yep, eat your pasties and it'll be done. Yeah. So they finish the pasties. Cornish pasties, really nice.
Yeah, delicious.
They have like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. It's bright. And they have some little bits of popcorn. And
makes sense.
Michael tells Sheila about what his favourite plants are. Daffodils.
Oh, lovely.
Bing! It's all ready. And out it comes, and they're like, are you ready? Put out the picnic rug on top of the lab table. Yep. Okay. Open it up, and then you've got to throw it up, so the oxygen and gravity conform the what's contained in there. Yep. So it can actually breathe and evolve at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It's called Tandy Newton theory.
Oh yes, Tandy Newton theory.
So that happens, and then what comes out? It's the
globules.
The globule, but it's like that ant. Yeah. And he's got his jacket on, and he's like,
How big are we talking here?
He's probably about 3 inches high. Okay. So he jumps down. He's like, "Hey guys, my name's Ant." And then another one comes out. You're right. I'm Deck. And, they're both ants. I'm Ant. He's Ant. I'm Deck.
Are they going to remain 3 inches, or are they going to get bigger over time?
Well, there's a montage of them playing together, and Harry and them are like best mates. He teaches them how to ride Mogadishu.
Yep.
And then
this takes me back to when I was on the hog.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And like Michael gets a radio controlled motorbike, and he puts the control on the front of the motorbike with sellotape.
Yeah.
And then so Ant and Dec teach Harry how to ride a motorbike. So when they take Mogadishu out, Harry's on Mogadishu, Ant and Dec are on this, got one motorbike each, and they're just like and racing Mogadishu, and it's just like, oh, there's this montage, and they're just like a really happy family. It's just like everyone's just joyful.
They sound it.
But then one morning, Michael and Sheila go into Ant and Dec's bedroom, which is a drawer basically, and they're both like doubled in size.
Oh, geez. So like, it's really struggling to get the drawer open.
Yeah, exactly.
And it pops out.
And I'm like, Christ, you've grown, lads. And they're like, oh, 5 more minutes. The voices have dropped.
Yeah.
And they're all hairy. And so they're going through puberty, aren't they?
Yeah, makes sense.
And Sheila's like, of course, yes.
Of course, puberty.
This is crazy.
After 3 days, of course.
And she's writing it all down for a vlog. Anyway, there's a knock at the window. And Michael goes over, opens up the window. You can be a robot trying to take over the world.
Just knocking on doors. Hello, we're looking for your vote.
Yeah, I like it.
We are robots that have come from the future, and we want to take over this world, but do it in a diplomatic way.
Can you tell me about some of your policies?
We will bring down tax by 6.4%.
You got my vote. Sign
Great.
me up.
Do you want any more policies?
One more, please. Go on.
We plan on eliminating eliminating poverty.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then he's got like a little wink.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wink.
Poverty is what we will eliminate.
Yeah. All right, you got my vote.
Oh, great.
So fast
Thank
forward
you.
a couple of weeks. The robots.
So yeah, they've gone around every household telling them their policies to drop tax by 6.4%. Labour cannot compete with us. Long live Tories.
Yeah.
So they're Tory robots, so they're obviously evil.
So they've kind of. Oh, anyway, Ant and Dec grow up massive. 70 foot, 80 foot, 90 foot. 100 foot.
Yeah.
Harry can't play with them anymore because they're too big.
They're too big.
He's dead upset, but he's still got Mogadishu who can ride.
And one day they're just watching TV.
But it turns out Ant and Dec are massive lefties.
Ah, well, they
they're
would be.
all about Che Guevara and communism.
So it's a couple of months on, and it's election day. Election day, and the robot Tories have been voted in.
Yeah.
And they went, and so they're just watching TV, and the robot's saying, he's like, ha ha ha, you fools. You voted us in diplomatically. Ha 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 ha. Now we will take over the world and kill all humanity. Ha 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 ha. And we're going to put tax up by 6.4%. Ha ha ha.
So that's the last straw for Ant and Dec.
Yeah, they're pissed off.
So they stomp out of their airplane hangar where the bedroom is now.
Yeah.
And they go and find the robots.
My God, you are big ants.
And they smash up the robots.
Yeah.
You bastards.
Or take this. Boop, boop, boop.
And, okay, the resolution here is the main character shares a kiss.
Right, so
Kissing who?
It would be the scientists kissing each other.
Okay.
Or maybe Harry the hamster and the other scientist.
No.
No.
It's Harry and...
It's Harry and Sheila.
No, sorry. Michael and Sheila.
Michael and Sheila.
Because they're watching this and they're just
so they're watching it all unfold, and Dec are really decking in these robots.
Yeah. And it's like, I'll be Michael. Oh, look at our kids.
They grow up. Don't ants grow up so fast?
And then, Give us your foot.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's what the resolution was.
The end.
The end.
There you go.
Yeah, a bit more of an unusual one.
That was unusual. That was tricky, that one.
That one was tricky. I mean, we pulled it in, though.
We pulled it off.
Yeah, we pulled it off.
Pulled it off. Christ, didn't we?
So what can that be called?
Ant and Dec versus the robots. No.
Ant and Dec.
A dead tall.
Ant and Dec are dead tall. Well, I like the verses. Rats v robots.
Rats? Who are the rats?
No, they weren't rats, were they? They were ants.
Ants
v robots.
Ants v robots. With Ant and Dec, isn't it?
Ant and Dec versus
the robots.
The robots.
I like it.
Attack of the Killer Tories.
I think Ant and Dec versus
the robots.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah. Okay. Ant and Dec versus the robots.
So it's Ant and Dec's voices for the CG ants.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Michael and Shane. Let's have some real A-listers.
Okay.
Who's the biggest A-lister?
Michael Sheen.
Is he A-list?
No.
I guess.
Yeah,
let's go. What? It's not.
You want proper A-listers? This has got to
Ryan
be a big
Gosling.
name. Ryan Gosling playing Michael. Ryan Reynolds playing the voice of Harry.
Yeah.
Because Harry is a CGI hamster, after all.
Yes.
Magawitu.
Oh, what?
The dog.
Mogadishu.
Played by... I think we've cast him before.
The
dog from Frasier.
Oh, yeah.
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 He's an A-list dog.
Yeah. And then Sheila. A-list. Who's the biggest female actress in
Charlize
the world?
Theron?
No, she's not the biggest anymore.
She's not the biggest anymore?
I wouldn't say.
The one from Madame Web.
No.
No.
Who's... I wonder who is.
Who is...
Maybe her from Barbie?
McCarthy woman. What's she called? Melissa McCarthy.
She hasn't done anything in years.
She's been in stuff, yeah.
Maybe the woman who was in Barbie. What's she called?
Oh,
who could reunite Ryan and her.
Yes.
What's her name?
Barbie and Ken. Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Robbie?
Margot Robbie and Ryan
Gosling.
And Dec versus the robots.
And the robots played by... Or the robot
Vacuum
is
cleaners.
voiced by...
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. We keep bringing him in this season. No, who's a real posho? Oh, Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, yeah.
He can voice the Tory robot. There you go.
Why not?
Why not? So that was Ant and Dec versus the robots.
Thanks.
A more unusual one.
Yeah.
But thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening or watching. Check us out on our socials. We are LWAM Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and Let's Write a Movie Podcast on Facebook. That's LWAM Podcast. Cheers.